what day is it? Wednesday's Masterclass. My name is Chris, coming to you live from the Freedom Club, where we're going to go and have a look at websites and ads in dropshipping to try and help people get better conversions. We're going to be looking at live ad data tonight, as usual. Welcome, Freedom Clubbers. We've probably got a bunch of questions. I don't want to waste too much time. Hello again, Lawrence, Raul, Con, Alex. Welcome, guys. Give me a second. Let me refresh some screens and we'll get started as quickly as possible. I know there's probably a ton of questions. Sup, Michael, again. All right, I know there's some people who are waiting who didn't get my questions answered on Monday. Let's start with those. So, Con, I suggested a pivot from pillow to red light belt, which you've done, launched a campaign, and on the 9th of the 2nd, you welcome feedback, and your ad account, no sales yet. Wondered why one ad has spent so much money, and you realize at some point you turned Advantage Plus off, which means ABO off. ABO has nothing whatsoever to do with one ad getting all the spend. If one ad is getting all the spend, it's actually very normal. It's not necessarily 100% ideal, but it is very normal, especially in the early stages. In fact, I've got businesses where one ad gets all the spend and I make loads of money. It just means that Facebook has identified one particular ad as your top of funnel ad, and it reckons that this ad is the one. It may not be the one, but Facebook is by golly sure that that should be the one. And some of the time, we'll look in your account shortly, but some of the time when this happens, it happens because Facebook is concerned mostly with one key metric, and that is engagement. So if you have an ad that gets good engagement, there's a very high chance that Facebook will assume that that ad is the top of funnel ad that people need to see before deciding to get your product. And in this case, it could be that. So let's go find your ad account. So what I usually do, and this is just something I've been doing lately, if I've got an ad set and one ad is getting all the spend and I haven't had any sales, and I want to see what happens if that ad doesn't get all the spend, what I usually do is I'll duplicate that ad set. And in the duplicated ad set, I will turn that ad off. And that way, I give another combination of those ads a try. Okay, so we've spent $157. Good cost per click. Decent click-through. Okay, what have we got in terms of... Okay, 2 checkout initiated. All right. Not bad. Not bad. Not amazing, but not bad. Where are we now? We've got Payne and Founder, co-founder. I've still got to do my co-founder ads, actually. You've just reminded me. I need to get that done. 1 checkout for each. That's pretty good. And Payne only had $10 spend. All right. So why has Payne only had a $10 spend? That's a bit better. $46. All right. Oh, dude, this is looking pretty good. Like, you've only launched this a couple of days ago. Pretty good. Now, your co-founder, let's have a look at these. Co-founder ad. One ad has spent most of the money. Cool. That's what we would expect. When we look over here, so it's interesting that the one that's getting the most spend has actually got a bad engagement ranking, and it's not converting well. Quality ranking is average. So let's have a look at the actual ad. Reduce pain and inflammation from home starting today. So your text here, it's not great. It's very, I don't know how to describe that. It's just, we're looking for text that grabs our attention. We're looking for something that makes us go, oh, what is this? And reduce pain and inflammation from home it doesn't grab my attention. There's no one searching Facebook going, if only I'd reduce pain and inflammation. But if you're more specific and you say something like, I used to suffer from crippling back pain, and this is what fixed it, that's a headline that grabs attention. Now, don't just steal that one. Obviously, make it something that's truthful to you, but we want to bring authenticity into your text.
Hi, I'm Con, the founder of Media. I've said over 20 years.
Okay, so your first problem here is this is a founder-based video. I can't see you though, and I can't see you speaking.
Hi, I'm Con, the founder of Media. I've said over 20
It sounds like an AI voice. Is it an AI voice?
years as a nurse, and I've seen how many
Con, are you a nurse? No? So you're lying. Oh dear. So you're conning. Dear Lord. Oh, you are a nurse. You are a nurse. Okay. Okay. No to the AI. Okay. Hold on. So please answer these questions. So that's not AI? And are you a nurse? Is con short for something? I'm asking a lot of questions, and I know these are all quite personal, but there is a point to this. You are a nurse. Great. Perfect. Okay, so you're not conning. All right. So fantastic. The problem that you have, for one, I guess the audio quality wasn't great, so it does sound like AI. You may want to re-record. And the purpose of a founder video is to show yourself. So I'm not going to show you the other founder videos from the competitors out there, because there's other Freedom Clubbers who've done really well with this. And look, just showing you those is just not quite right. But if we look at home craftology, when you get the founder video right, it really works. This is my home craftology founder video. You can't see it properly. I'll share this link with you so you can watch it. The purpose is we want to see your face. We want to see you talking so that we trust you. The purpose of the founder video is all about trust. I'm the real person. This is my store. This is my story, and buy my shit. And I have this other one here with my wife and I. I'll give you this one as well. This one is just us mucking around in the studio with our product. There's nothing special about it. There's not even any very much sale on it. Those are our two best ads. They take 90% of the ad spend and they get 90% of the sales. You can't just do it with work. You can't just do that yet with work, which is a shame. You may need to try a new angle. Yeah, do what Lawrence just said. That's exactly right. Just 2 seconds. If you're worried about people seeing you, then see, the thing is with brands like this, you become the brand. And the students who have been brave enough to show their faces on their products are the ones who end up doing 100K months. We got to build something that we're proud enough to put our faces on, because that's what sells products. That's what sells products. Now, the actual ad itself. Let me start again. See, I mean, it's cool and all, but the things that you're saying don't line up with what we're seeing. You're saying you've spent the last 20 years seeing how people deal with pain. We're not seeing people dealing with pain. We're not seeing a nurse. It doesn't have to be you all the time, but if you can find some clips on like Adobe stock or somewhere of nurses, maybe in like a massage, not a massage, what are they called? Like an osteo kind of place, helping people deal with pain, that would be great. We do want to see your head. We want to see your talking head. Now, let me just go through the text here again. Okay. Hi, I'm Con, the founder of Relivia. I've spent over the last 20 years as a nurse, and I've seen how many people deal with ongoing pain and discomfort, myself included. That's why I created this red and near infrared light therapy belt, a simple wearable tool that you can use at home to support recovery and everyday comfort. Okay, so that there is not strong enough. This is a near red and infrared belt to help recovery and comfort. We need more. We need more. What is the specific? If you want to go down what am I trying to say here? If you want to go down the recovery route, that's more of a sporting type of ad, and it works. I've seen it work. You want to have a more sporting recovery type of brand, have people in their yoga pants and have people doing active stuff like that. If you want to go down the pain way, that's more what you're saying here. So that's what you should be focusing on, because this looks like pain. Reduce inflammation in target areas, support muscle recovery, reduce soreness and tension, promote circulation. That's not bad. It'd be cool if we could bring some more pain in there, like easy pain management. That could be good. Relieve back and joint pain from home in 15 minutes a day. That's not a bad tagline. Targeted pain relief, ease inflammation, reduce back pain, accelerated muscle recovery. That's not bad. The rest of these are too much. There is too much going on in these images. Whereas what we want to kind of see is, I take the text away from these other ones and just show the products. Okay. Me and my hubby work out a lot, and I have to say we benefit from the red light belt every day. It really helps the soreness as well as easing my back pain. So rather than having the workout ones, maybe, Nikki, not necessarily targeting gym people. Those are two very different angles, two very different types of people. You do have the gym goers, and we have students who go after the gym goers, but what you're presenting here to me right now is going more after the pain angle. And the pain angle, they're a completely different subset of people. They're going to require, these are people who don't want to move and they don't want to work out. They want to reduce their pain. So we want it on the landing page for those people, not be talking about workouts and about muscle recovery, but talking about easy pain management. Easy pain management. Pain doesn't wait, and neither should whatever that's supposed to be. That's definitely going to be killing your conversions. If your back aches after a long day, your joints feel stiff, or your cramps keep you coming back, you deserve something that actually helps at home. Now, the idea of this is good. The text you're using is bad. We want more emotional triggers. So what you can do is you can have AI, especially Gemini is really good at this, but also ChatGPT is not bad. Have it read your landing page and ask it to help you come up with better emotionally triggering text. That's the keyword to add. Emotionally triggering text, or text that triggers emotions, or something like that. Okay, red light and heat working together at the same source, at the source of pain. By supporting circulation and muscle relaxation, the red light belt helps your body feel looser, calmer, and more comfortable with the areas. This is okay. I mean, you've got an EM dash that needs to go. It's not great, but it's okay. We need to come up with some more technical information about how red light actually helps. Not just it's designed to help. Tell me how. Because relief should fit into your life, that's not strong. Maybe you could tell a story about how it's helped you in your life, and that's why you decide to sell it. That would be strong. This is not, I would get rid of this completely. It's the same 3 videos. It's pretty. It's not helping you get conversions. You can put your videos, I mean, you've already got your videos here, and you can put them up here in the thing. I'd get rid of that entirely. What does it do? We need more information about what does it do. We need to know how it does it. Now, you say 5,000 Aussies, we've got about 10 reviews in here. So we need way more reviews. Way more reviews. It is good that you've got Afterpay. So there's a lot here that we want to optimize on the page. And really, when we're picking an angle, we got to double down on that angle on our page. On my red light store, I've got 2 different angles that I'm trying to test out. I'm just trying to figure out which angle is the best. So for me, I've actually got 2 different product pages. One product page is going for one niche. The other product page is going for, sorry, I said niche. I should have meant angle. And the other product page is going for another angle. And I have 2 different Facebook campaigns for both of them so that I can figure out which is the angle that's actually going to get me the cheapest conversions. So that's why I'm saying if you're going for pain, double down on the pain elements. Don't talk about muscle recovery. Muscle recovery is almost like oh, hey, it also does this, but it's not important because these people are coming for pain management. All right. I hope that helps you. I hope that gives you a bit of direction. If you want to turn your ads off until we get better founder ads, by all means, go and do that. If you don't want to star in your founder ads, you don't have to. You could go get some UGC done. I've been using, so there's UGC, so there's useclip.com, which is a good place to get UGC done. But I've had some pretty good results with this website called Creatorflow. It's a bit more expensive, but the UGC that I got back was way better than I expected. So you could actually hire someone from here and ask them to be a founder and to create an ad as if they were a founder, and they could do that for you. And that way you don't have to put your face on it if that's what you want. So you can absolutely do that. That's creatorflow.com.au. I'll give you that link in there. And the other one that I use is UseClip, which is, you know, it's a good platform. I use both. I'm using Creatorflow for my more premium highlighted reels. And then I'm using UseClip to fill up my website with different like it's still good, but it's not quite as wow, that's a good ad kind of thing. So the cost, UseClip, you can get a clip done for about $250, whereas for Creatorflow it's probably double that. But the benefit of Creatorflow is I was able to get a package for around about $400 or $500 that got me a 30-second ad, plus they gave me 5 really good images to use, like product shots, which I'm going to be using on my landing page. All right, man, the first one always takes me ages. Where's our events? Okay, Max, Pure Nest, you were on track. What's the name of the person I shared last week about the photos? Not photos, but if you're asking me who my guy is to get images, that's Dimas. So Dimas, I'll give you his details. Don't forget to tell him Chris sent you. That way he gives me a free round of images. Not all the time, but he certainly has offered it based on me sending so much work to him. So I do appreciate that. That's Dimas. He is my guy. I've trained him to make, I mean, he's very talented, but I sort of trained him up to make the best product images available. Not product images, the best ads. He does ads. He will offer to do your videos for you. Don't tell him that I said it. I don't love his videos. I only love his ads. his images. His videos, there's better people out there for videos. And if you do need someone to edit your videos for you, I have a great guy who can put together amazing videos. Okay. Max. PayPal dispute hurt your first week of Feb. And you didn't realize that it meant customers couldn't check out on your store with PayPal. This hurt your ad stats and decreased spend that week. Aside, you were getting $40 cost per purchase. Really struggling? Okay, well, this guy won't make you videos from scratch. But if you have a bunch of videos, he is brilliant at putting them together. I'll give you his details here. So he'll take a whole bunch of clips and put together a really stunning new version of them with maybe an AI overview, like an AI hook. What I mean is like an AI voiceover. He'll take your stuff and give you more stuff. Tell him that Chris sent you and he'll look after you. I don't have a deal with him where he gives me free videos, but he's a good guy and I appreciate his work. So yeah, you'll need to send him videos. He can get videos off TikTok. If he does that, they won't be your videos. They'll be, rehashed TikTok videos. It's better if you already have some UGC that you can send him that you own. You'll get a much better result. But he can make videos from scratch. It's just that's your decision. All right, so you're doing creative testing and you have UGC on the way. Max, what do you want me to review? Do you want me to review the website or do you want me to review your ads? Because there's not a lot of point looking at the ad side of things at the moment. If you've had a bad week because of PayPal, I'd almost prefer to check it out later on, because the stats that we're going to see are not going to be the best. They're not going to be indicative of what they should be. So just look at the last 3 days and you got $40 sales, good click-throughs. If you have to make the photos and videos, which software do I use? Always. Well, not always. I mean, I've got my Adobe license, so I don't like making the videos. I'm very bad at it. If I do it, I'm using Premiere, or if I'm really lazy and I just need to do a quick edit, I'll use CapCut, which is free. It's just, I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm not good at. I'm not good at video editing, so that's not worth wasting my time, because I can waste 5 hours of my day making a shit quality video, or I can pay someone $100 and get a beautiful video done, and then I can go spend my hours fixing something else that I'm actually good at. The same goes for the images. CapCut and Premiere Pro. Any advice on the next steps? So there's two things that you can be looking at doing, right? If you have a Mac, iMovie is very capable. Lawrence, go to the back of the classroom. Macs are not welcome here. All right. And no, I would never have a Mac. I would never, ever have a Mac. It's disgusting. Okay, where was I? Sorry, I got distracted by Max. Okay. There are two paths that you can go down. Not really two paths, but there are two definite things that you could be focusing on. Number one is trying to get a cheaper cost per result. Now, 42 is pretty good. 42 is pretty good. Depending on the product, I've seen the cheapest results that I've seen for some products would be like $25. I don't know if you can get $25 conversions for this product, but 42 is certainly not a bad cost per purchase. Now, I know that your product probably costs, I'm guessing $80 to $100. Let's just double check. You have multiple Macs and PCs on your desk? Then, I got no comeback to that. My wife has an iPhone, and it took her ages to decide to move to Mac, but that's the only Mac we have in the house. I don't like Macs. Okay, so it's $114. And your average cost per purchase is around about 43. That's pretty darn good. For a $114 product to get a $40 cost per purchase, that's really, really good. So your ads are performing. The two paths that you can go down. Number one is trying to get a cheaper cost per purchase. Now you could diddle daddle and tweak and do things and all sorts of things on Facebook. I don't think anything that you can possibly do is going to reduce this cost down to a meaningful result, other than getting lots of really good UGC done, which is going to just be an investment. But there's no amount of tweaking. There's no special structure that I can give you. There's nothing that I can do to your Facebook account that's going to get this to $30 other than getting really good content. Your conversion rate. So we had 15 purchases from 51 link clicks. So 15 divided by 300. I think that's like a 4%, but we'll see. Yeah, it's a 4% conversion rate. Jesus, that's good. So your product page is converting really, really highly. Now, there might be something you can do to increase that performance, but honestly, look at this. It's freaking gorgeous. You've got great models. You got great things on there. You got dudes, you got women, you got hormones and reproductive health, all the things that are going to make someone interested in this product. You have done really well. I don't know if we can tweak this to get better conversions. So cheaper cost per result, the only thing I can recommend is getting lots of high quality UGC done. And that might be what we do to your website. We get the high quality UGC and you actually add these as videos under your add to cart button. That might help a bit. The other thing that we want to be doing is increasing the average order volume. That's going to be the big thing that you can work on. How do we get more people to spend more money? Now, if you only get a handful of people buying the buy two, then we want to probably see if we can bundle some different products together. If you do get a bunch of people buying two, beautiful, fantastic. How do we get more people to buy two? And that's where we might do some A/B testing. What happens if buy two is 15% off? What happens if buy three is 20% off? What did we do with your emails? Can we get more people coming back to the website as part of your thank you campaign to purchase more money? If people are not buying two, then we need to look at what other products you can add to your store to include as bundles in here to try and get bigger checkouts. And that'll be a case of doing a lot of market research just to figure out what other things you can sell. Those are pretty good, actually. Maybe you want to add those to your bundles. Maybe that's going to be the key. Those are really good. Keep your wood looking good. That's great. The other thing you want to be looking at is maybe something along the lines of, now you should have this already installed as part of your store, but for me, one-click upsell is how I make a lot more profit. You can see here. That's extra on top of what I would have made. So one-click upsell, there's a couple of things you should be aware of. And this goes for all of you. Inside the Freedom Club, we teach you to install this app. And for some of you, we teach you to do a pre-purchase upsell. My personal experience on this is this nearly always ruins conversion rates. Unless you're somehow lucky enough to have the perfect offer that increases conversion rates, which I haven't personally seen. I'm sure it exists. I haven't seen it. I nearly always have this pre-purchase off. And I don't do cart upsells either. What I do is a product page upsell, which you already have as part of your bundles. So this is my bundles on home craftology. And you see how I'm using very different products. So we have our priority processing, which is just a $3 product that doesn't give me anything, but gives the customer a bit of ease of mind that we're going to work on their order first. I've got my own upsells that I've tested meticulously to get the most revenue per visitor. That's the metric you want when we're talking about product page upsells, is revenue per visitor. And then after the purchase, this is what most of you don't really do, is consistently test which products to offer after the purchase. You can see here we make an additional $1 per visitor, $2 per visitor, 20, and this is US dollars, 23 cents per visitor. And then even on my thank you page, we're making an extra 50 cents per visitor on the thank you page by having a product here that people want and that they're adding to their order with one click. Now, a lot of you aren't utilizing the after sale parts of one click upsell. Honestly, guys, why the not? Why the hell not? You're paying $40 to get the customer of Facebook. You've gotten the purchase. They may have already ordered a bundle. Why do we not have after sales on one click upsell running? And why are you not A/B testing different products to find the winning combination of upsells to make you the most amount of money? Dear Lord, you're leaving money on the table. And on top of that, in OmniSend, we have my thank you campaign. So the best time to take money from someone is right after they've given it to you. Isn't that weird? The best time to take money from someone is right after they've given it to you, when the wallet is already out. See, getting someone to agree to give you money is the hardest thing. We all want to buy something because it gives us dopamine, but we don't want to spend money. So buying it gives us dopamine. Giving money away takes that dopamine away. So right after they've already trusted you and they've given those credit cards over, that is the best time to get more sales. So when I have a thank you email, my intention for my thank you emails is to, number one, make them feel like they've made a good decision and that they can trust me. So they get a photo of my family and a personal thank you. We have an about your order and how shipping takes. And look, don't be alarmed. Someone just bought a 2-pack. This is just, trust me, you're going to be safe. Your order's going to come out and everything's going to be fine. And then we give them a huge discount off their next order. Huge. Now, you don't have to give 50%, but you can probably give 30% and still make a ton of money. My products are priced at a 4 times margin, or if not higher. So for me, 50% is a no-brainer. You might give someone a $20 voucher for you, Max, although you could even give them a $30 to $40 voucher. Whatever is going to still make you somewhat of a profit on the back end. You've already paid Facebook $40 for them. You've already had them go through the upsell. Now I'm saying, hey, come back to the website and purchase something else. And here is a really compelling offer. One-time offer only. In a couple of days' time, this offer will be off the table. But you've got to have decent enough products on your website other than your main product to be able to do this. So go look for some additional healthy kitchen products and be very giving in your thank you emails. Give them a deal they can't refuse and make more money off them. And that's going to be how you start scaling. All of these things combined is how we scale our ads, because as you scale, as you add more budget to your daily budget, your cost per conversion will rise. This will 100% go higher. It's gonna cost you more to get a new customer. In fact, even if you don't scale, this will go higher as Facebook runs out of people to advertise to. No matter what you do, the cost per purchase is going to rise. What separates you from your competitors will be how much money you can generate from one sale, from one person. If you can generate more than your competitors, then you can up your budgets higher than they can, and you can completely dominate the market. That's the big difference. All right, that was a lot. What was the question I saw there? How do you give me access to the ad manager? So you want to invite me. There's my email address. If you go into your business manager and you go people, you can send me an invite. I won't do it for this stream. It'll be for the next stream that I can look at your ads, because it's too much back and forth for me trying to get access. But I can do it for next time. Okay, Renee, my pause. You exported all of your ad data over the past year, found your best performing ads over time, and you've added them to a new campaign, spending $50 a day. Should you leave it a week I'll let it settle in 3 to 4 days. Can you increase it to yeah, look, you don't have to leave it a week. I mean, you should leave it a week if it's not performing. If it is performing, then you 100% increase that budget. 100%. If it's making money, increase the budget. Emails. Can I map out what emails we're supposed to have running between OmniSend, Shopify automations, and Aftership? Well, I don't have any Shopify automations running ever. Ever. They're shit. Turn them off. Run them all through OmniSend. You should never have both running. Aftership, keep the notifications on, all of them. So I mean, where it makes sense. So when the product is shipped, when the carrier picks it up, when the product leaves China or leaves the post office, when the product arrives at the local post office, when the product is out for delivery, when the product has been delivered. That's 7 notifications you want to have on it in Aftership. Now, if you're a savvy person like I am, you're probably going to go into those notifications and edit the crap out of them to brand them and make it like something that looks like your brand. And if you're really clever, like Max is about to be, you're going to go and put in a voucher in your Aftership email notifications so that people, I mean, think about it. When you buy something online, what are the emails that you are nearly guaranteed to always open? Shipping notifications. How many brands do you know have put a nice big fat discount in there for you that you've gone, ooh, you know what? I was looking for that second pair of socks. And look, here's a discount. I'll go get them. Looking at your things, you've got new customer thank you. I don't know what your custom workflow is because it's named badly. Reviews, welcome, checkout. Look, they look great. Your open rates look pretty good too. They're not bad at all. And the revenue will start to come in because your click rates are pretty good. So these will start working really nicely for you. Good job. Good job, Renee. They look... You don't read emails? Read them. Oh, so you're saying you don't read emails. No, well, most people do, especially when they've just spent money. Most people do. And who cares if one person doesn't? Now, the only thing that I don't like here is your product reviews. I don't use OmniSend for my reviews. I use my review app, but I use Looks, and most of you guys are using the LAI app. I haven't played around with LAI app product review requests. I use Looks for mine. It doesn't look like many people are opening this, and it doesn't look like many people are clicking it. So you might want to have a look at your subject lines, and you might want to have a look at your actual requests for review, because no one's really doing anything with them. That would probably be the biggest area of improvement. So have a look in the notifications from LAI or whatever review app that you're doing, and see if you can turn on email requests. I'll give you guys... Are you guys ready for like a actual golden nugget? Like a really big one? Who's paying attention? Who wants to build a better business? You guys want to build a better business? Michael? Con? Good? Obviously you guys know Trustpilot, I'm assuming. And Trustpilot is one of the best ways to get good reviews. Well, reviews that are always seen by Google, right? If someone puts Homecraftology into Google, there's a good chance that the Trustpilot page will be like first or second on that list. And you're probably wondering, why is my trust score so high? Well, it wasn't always high. I went through a period of time where I used my email list to get people to come and review me on Trustpilot, and I had a really good score, like 421 reviews. That's a lot of reviews. But then, all of a sudden, about 4 months ago, a bunch of people gave me 1-star reviews, maybe 3 or 4 of them. Not a bunch of people, just like 3 or 4 bad reviews. I don't promote Trustpilot. They just happened to be unhappy, and they came to Trustpilot to tell everyone how much they were upset. But with 3 bad reviews, no matter how many good reviews I had, with 3 1-star reviews, my Trustpilot score went down to 3. And that's what people were seeing when they were Googling Homecraftology, because they do that. And you guys probably do it too. You see the store you want to buy from, you hit it into Google to see what people have to say and see what the review websites say. And when I had a bad Trustpilot review, people weren't buying from me as much, and I got upset. So I thought to myself, how can I fix this? I could send out an email asking my customers to write some Trustpilot reviews, but what would happen if the people who were upset actually got those emails and wrote more 1-star reviews? Well, that would push my score down even further. How do I fix this? I found an app that is absolutely brilliant. I'll show you the app if I can remember which one it is. The Reputon reviews. I'll pop the name of this in the chat here. So Reputon reviews is absolutely brilliant. The reason why I found this one is because one of my business partners in my agency told me this story about how he gets reviews for his websites. And the way this works is it sends out an email to customers and it says, hey, how did your order go? It sends it after it's been delivered. It waits and it waits and it waits. And when it's been delivered, it sends out an email saying, hey, how was your order? And you can see here, some of these orders were not great. Of course, with the amount of orders that I send out, some of them are not going to be great. So rather than sending people who aren't happy to Trustpilot to air the dirty laundry, this sends out an email saying, hey, how was your order? And it has a smiley face or a sad face. And if they click sad face, they can tell us what the problem is, and my customer support team can just jump on in here and help these sad people out. You know, they need some help. And if we do a good job, these could become customers for life. I've had customers absolutely furious with me because I made a little mistake. I didn't include something they purchased from. Man, it's so easy for people to get pissed off. I get it. I get it. The other day, my pizza delivery company delivered my pizzas to the next door neighbors, and I was furious. I mean, at the end of the day, it was a stupid thing to get upset about. People get upset about stupid things. And rather than having people put their stupid review on my stupid Trustpilot, instead they're coming in here and telling me. And then when it's a good experience, this app says, hey, thank you. That's fantastic feedback. Can you please go and do a Trustpilot review? Which means that only people who are happy are sent here. And that, my friends, is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Because now my customer service team get to help these people quickly, and my Trustpilot only has happy people in it, which is what we want. And this actually gives you, if this is a good score, this boosts the SEO to your website and pushes you up in the Google things. So absolutely start looking at building that out. Even if you're just getting started, have a think about your process of getting good reviews. Max, specific question. I don't use Klaviyo, but do I reckon this should be unticked? It's ticked by default. Most of the emails in your thank you series are being skipped and not delivered. Yeah, I when I did use Klaviyo, I have that ticked on every single. I have that unticked on every single email. I want to be in charge of when someone gets an email delivered, not friggin' Klaviyo. Lawrence, it's been studied and proven that people who have a bad experience that is fixed are more satisfied and longer-term customers than people who never had anything to go wrong. Help people fix their problem and they will love you. Yeah. I've had people, and I'm not even exaggerating. If I look at my customer list, I think I can show you. Customers. Let's have a look at orders. Holy shit, D. What? D? 128 orders? You have got to be kidding me. Not all of you are going to have a store that reaches this kind of reorder. Some of you maybe, and maybe in your second stores, but when you have a product that requires reordering, dear Lord, this is crazy. And some of these people were the most furious people because they got the most upset about one little problem in the order. But the fact that my customer support team, they're equipped with my permission to do whatever they need to do to help the customer. that's why we have such a high repeat customer rate. I had an agency once look over my business. They were going to see if they can help me out, and they're like, Chris, you have a return customer rate of like 60%. It's too high. You're not getting enough new people into your business. And I'm like, mate, do you have any idea how addicted these people are to my products? Anyway, they have. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, the average person's probably only going to order like 2 to 3 times, the average person. But then when you have super fans who order this much, it really does help. Anyway, so that's a little bit of a golden nugget there for you. So Renee, email wise, you're doing well. Even though you don't open emails, do this for the people who do open emails. And the other thing you could consider too is adding in some SMSs. So I do SMS marketing in OmniSend. I've upgraded my account to a pro account, which gives me a whole bunch of free SMSs. And I use them in my abandoned checkout and my welcome series. I don't overly use it. I just use it a bit. And when I have a big special, that's when I might send a blast out of all the people on my SMS list. Alex, can I please review your landing page for your website? Just wanting an opinion on whether it's strong enough to launch ads. All right. Okay, ease knots and stiffness for fast pain relief. I've got a mystery discount. Cool. Relax neck and spine for deep sleep. I'm wondering, just a question, I'm wondering if this thing actually helps with snoring. Relieve tension for improved comfort. Release pressure for better posture. Yeah, pretty good. Relieve chronic neck pain in just minutes a day. I would probably put that as my second image because that looks comfortable. That looks nice. Very nice imagery too. I like how your review doesn't take up the whole thing. Tired of constant neck pain, tension, and poor posture? Yeah. Pain, tension, and poor posture can make it hard to function comfortably during the day, and just as hard to unwind and relax and get the deep sleep quality. Okay, so this is heading in the right direction. I love the headline. I love the thing that you've written here, but you haven't given me the solution. You just told me that bad posture sucks. It needs to have a conclusion to the maybe it's the second paragraph to conclude what we're saying here. Realign your neck, release tension, and feel lasting relief. When your neck is properly aligned and tension is released, your body. So this, it's okay, but we probably need more around how this device does these things. So the second paragraph I like to think is like a how. I guess that what you've said here is true. Don't want you to delete any of it, but I want you then to go into a bit more detail without using too many words, what it is that this thing is actually doing. Vibration massage. And you don't need to, okay, so Neck Ease Pro corrects alignment while relieving pain at the source. 3-in-1 design uses gentle traction, lifts and stretches your neck, vibrations calm. Yeah, pretty good. Okay. The thing that I would say is what we teach you in the course is not necessarily to have a 30-day guarantee. It's a 30-day trial. And that changes the language and that changes the understanding. And a 30-day trial is less of a commitment. So I would suggest that we change up the guarantee to match what we teach in the Freedom Club. Do I recommend SendBlue? Or is it a good idea to stick with Klaviyo? I haven't used SendBlue, but I have had clients who've used them. I don't know if it's any good or not. I honestly don't know. I'm sure it's fine. Klaviyo has it inbuilt, and I prefer OmniSend. So OmniSend has it inbuilt too. I would think if you are using Klaviyo, just test out the system first. Jimmy was getting you to say money back guarantee. Well, I have a meeting with Jimmy scheduled in 8 minutes. I'm gonna I'm going to ask him why he's telling people to do that. I do personally think you should probably do the 30-day trial. I mean, both are going to work. What he's telling you isn't wrong. It's just my personal opinion is 30-day trial is probably more likely to work better. I think. Don't out you. No, Jimmy and I are mates. We're good mates. I'm going to actually just ask him why he's suggesting that. He might have a good reason. You know, he's got his own experience with his own website. Maybe he's got a good reason for it. But my personal opinion is the risk-free trial can work better for these types of products. And you know what? Both of us can be correct. And neither of those things would make me say that your website isn't good enough. All right, looks pretty good. Couple of small items to fix up, and then you're good to go, I think. No, don't change up the order. What I'm wanting you to do is add to the text. Tell me a bit more of the how in here. You've told me the what, tell me the how as well. Go into a little bit more detail with this too. Just more detail in there. It seems like you only wrote half of the response in each. So just a little bit more detail. If you need help, ChatGPT and Gemini, I do find Gemini to be better with this sort of thing. You can actually have it scan your page and help you write better in here. All right, we've got 7 minutes left, guys. So I'm going to get through as many of these as I can. I'm not going to get through many. Damn. Lawrence. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, add account and website. I'm sorry it takes so long. But you know what? I think everyone learns. If you pay attention, everybody learns. Oh! Lawrence. I think I've never seen anyone do this. That's pretty cool. No, I've never. I don't love the light coming in on this product. It's on this image, but I don't think that's going to kill things. I would prefer it if you had a better quality product image without the light kind of oversaturating the image. But I love this. I absolutely love this. Now maybe you can put this image into ChatGPT and say, "Hey, can you clean up the image? Can you get rid of the oversaturation?" And maybe that'll fix it up. I think this is a little hint of genius. We've got some issues here with some spacing between. You can see there's a space that shouldn't be there. Cool. You've got the commuter lounge. It'd be really cool if you could show a picture of the lounge as well, like the competitors did. That might help. Inside the product image, I'm saying. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, this looks a lot better than it did before. Car trips weren't designed for dogs. Yeah, good. Great. 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 Money back guarantee. I do think my personal thing is a risk-free trial, but if you want to go money back guarantee, I can't say you're wrong. I think this is good. I think this is good enough. I think you should go for it and see. Give me some data. Give me some data and let's go from there. I think fix that little problem there and maybe unsaturate the light, and I think you're good to go. Toolistic. #1 rated cordless grass trimmer. Lightweight design for comfort, cordless freedom for mobility, powerful motor for precision, adjustable handle for control. Looks good. I don't like how we're set out here. It's probably going to be okay on mobile, but if you looked at the previous, let's just take this for example. what we teach you is to have a 2-column approach: image, text, text, image, image, text. So we just need to align this with a proper image text widget on Shopify. What you're saying is good, but we need a little bit more, because your videos are quite good. It's just I feel like we need to talk about the features of this thing a little bit more in the text. You're heading in the right direction.
I guess we all have future pants.
I'd like to see that cleaned up a little bit though. Okay, you say I won't have time to look at your ads today.
And the day after that.
C1 is showing working, but there's no movement in C2. So when you say no movement, really C2 is not getting the spend because C1 is outperforming it in terms of engagement. But you got 2 sales on Sunday, first sale 20th of Jan, next 2 sales on last Sunday. You know what, Raul? I'll have a look at your ads because I'm a really nice guy. One second, let me load them up. Toolistic. $63 a purchase. How much does this thing cost? 99 bucks. Ooh, okay. We're close. We're very close. That's actually pretty exciting. CPM is very cheap. That's great. The cost per click is good. Your CTR is great. Okay. 255 link clicks and 3 purchases. So your ads are good. These ads are working. $50 per ooh. In gardening. 126 link clicks and 2 purchases. That's nearly 2%. Dude, you are close. We need more ads. Okay, you now have a product that you can get sales for. You have effectively sealed the deal on this product. This is a good product. You now need to go and invest in UGC and more ads, more image ads and better video ads, because this product is going to fly. Fix up the landing page a little bit. 2 sales done by women, 1 by men over 65 plus. That's what I would expect for this. We need to find an older generation of like a somewhat elder people to star in your UGC, but it's time. It's time to go get that UGC. It's time to go and get really good images done for your ads through Dimas. Mate, this is going to work. I'm excited for you. Good job. Good job. You can keep these ads running for now. What age to put? Just let Facebook decide the age for now, and we'll come back in a week and we'll have a look at the breakdown and see if it's still the same. We don't have enough data yet to make any decisions, because while you may have had 1 sale of someone over whatever, or a couple of genders, it could be completely different in the next few sales. But once we have more data, we can then go and confirm the age ranks. Okay, so don't make any rash decisions off 3 sales. We need a lot more sales before we start deciding what targeting is going to be working. It doesn't matter. You've only had 3. If you had 10 sales, 65 plus, then we can see a trend. But 3 is not a trend. 3 could be luck. I mean, you could be right. This product is probably a 65-year plus product. But this for me isn't quite enough data for me to concretely say that. It could be a 40 plus product. Certainly seems like it's gearing towards the elder people. Probably 50 plus, maybe people with bad backs, maybe people with more time for their gardens. You're probably heading in the right direction, but I don't know if we can say 65 plus yet. If I'm going to get some UGC done for this, I would probably choose someone in their late 50s and above. But it's time to go and do that now, my friend. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the week. For those of you who I didn't get to, I do apologize. I'll be back on Monday for more if you want to put your questions in. That way you'll get more likely to get your questions answered. I hope you've all learned something today. I hope you've all had some sort of value dropped. And I will see you all next time I go live.